Gauss law and applications of Gauss law. So what is Gauss law? What is Gauss law? The total electric flux over a closed surface is equal to 1 by epsilon naught times the total charge enclosed by the surface. That is phi E is equal to Q by epsilon naught. So this equation is called Gauss law. So and Gauss law is used to calculate the electric field in a very effective method. Right? And next what we have discussed? Applications of Gauss law. Okay, we will. So this is the equation of Gauss law. Phi E is equal to Q by epsilon naught, and Gauss law is used to calculate the electric field in a very easier method. So next, applications of Gauss law. Okay, we will do several charge distributions, right? So we are trying to find out the electric field due to different types of charge distributions. First, the charge is distributed in a long straight conductor, right? Next, the charge is distributed on an infinite plane sheet. That was E is equal to sigma divided by epsilon naught. So in this case, the charges are presented on either side of a plane sheet. Okay, now we are going to study the electric field due to plane sheets of charge. Due to plane sheets of charge that is placed together. Suppose this is our plane sheet and another plane sheet. Okay, just like this, that are together, placed together, just parallel to each other. So one sheet is like this and another sheet is like this. So they are placed parallel to each other. Placed parallel to each other. Okay. So consider equal and opposite charge densities. So in this case, the charges are presented on both sides of a plane sheet. So this is our plane sheet. So in this case, the charges are presented on both sides of the surface. For calculation purpose, we are taking the side view of this paper only. So this is the side view of the plane sheet. This is also the side view of the plane sheet. So this is the first plane sheet. So in this, positive charges are located. So in second plane sheet, only negative charges are presented. So consider equal and opposite charge densities. The magnitude of electric charge and the magnitude of electric field on either side of a charge is equal to E, which is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Already we found the equation. In our previous class we found this equation, right? E is equal to sigma divided by 2 epsilon naught. This is the electric field value on either side of a plane sheet, right? Okay. So this is our parallel plane sheet, two parallel plane sheet. Now we will calculate the electric field due to this two parallel plane sheet, right? So for this calculations we are taking three regions. One region is within the plates. One region is within the plates and one is outside on the left. One is outside on the left and one is outside on the right. Okay, first we are in this, we consider 3 points. So inside the plate we consider point P1 and outside P2, P3. First we are taking this left side region only. So left outside. Okay. Now at this point P3 we will calculate the electric field. So this positive charge will make an electric field at this point P3. We know that here we take the charges or positive charges, so the electric field line should go away from the charge. So this is the direction of electric field due to first charge. So first plane sheet, this is our first plane sheet and this is our second plane sheet. So this positive charge will make an electric field at this point P3. So this is the direction of electric field. This is the direction of electric field. So in xy plane, so this is the positive direction and this one is the negative direction. So here the direction of electric field is towards left. So and how much will be the electric field? E1. Why? Because it's the electric field due to first plane shift. So I write E1 which is equal to minus sigma divided by 2 epsilon naught. So here the direction of electric field is towards left, so I put minus sign here. E1 is equal to minus sigma divided by 2 epsilon naught. Okay. And at the same point, the negative charge also making an electric field. So this is the direction of electric field due to second plane shift. Here the charges are negative charges. So the direction of electric field line should directly inward, right? So this is the direction of electric field lines. The direction of electric field lines towards right direction. So now the electric field value E2 is equal to plus sigma. Here sigma 1, here sigma 2. Why? Because it's due to the second plane shift. Sigma 2 divided by 2 epsilon naught. Here the direction of electric field is towards right, so I put plus sign here. Now we will calculate the net electric field on the left side region. Net electric field, just add these two values. Net electric field E is equal to E1 plus E2. What is the value of E1 and E2? Minus sigma 1 divided by 2 epsilon naught plus sigma 2 divided by 2 epsilon naught. So here 1 divided by 2 epsilon naught is a common factor. So take this common factor outside. 1 divided by 2 epsilon naught. So what we get inside is minus sigma 1 plus sigma 2. So rearrange this, we get E is equal to 1 divided by 2 epsilon naught sigma 2 minus sigma 1. Okay, now we are going to apply the condition. What is the condition? If the charge densities are same. If the charge densities are same, that is sigma 2 is equal to sigma 1. Suppose if you are taking the value sigma 2 is 5, sigma 1 is also 5. So substitute the value instead of sigma 2 and sigma 1, we are simply put sigma only. So we get E is equal to 1 divided by 2 epsilon naught sigma minus sigma. So they cancel each other. So the electric field value becomes 0. At what condition? If the charge densities are same. So this is the electric field value on the left side region. Is it clear? Now we take within the plates. So at this point, the electric field due to positive charge will be in this direction, right? Why? Because here the charges are positive charges, so the electric field line should go away from the charge. So now we take within the plates. Now we will calculate the electric field due to the first plane shift. So E1 is equal to the direction of electric field lines towards right. So I put plus sign here, sigma 1 divided by 2 epsilon naught. Okay, now we will calculate the electric field due to the second plane shift, that is E2, which is equal to. So at the same point, the electric field line also in this direction. Why? Because here the charges are negative charges. first plane sheetல பார்த்தோம் அப்படினா positive charges இருக்கு. So இப்ப electric field line வந்து எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படினா away from the charge. Away from the charge but the direction வந்து towards rightங்கறனால plus போட்டுருக்கேன். அடுத்து நம்ம என்ன கால்குலேட் பண்ணனும்? செகண்ட் ஷீட்டோட எலக்ட்ரிக் ஃபீல்ட் கால்குலேட் பண்ணனும். செகண்ட் ஷீட்ல என்ன சார்ஜஸ் இருக்கு? நெகட்டிவ் சார்ஜஸ் இல்லையா? சோ அப்ப எலக்ட்ரிக் ஃபீல்ட் லைன் எப்படி இருக்கும்? நெகட்டிவ் சார்ஜஸ் இருந்தா towards the charge. So இதுவும் வந்து எப்படி இருக்கு? டைரக்ஷன் பார்த்தா towards right. So here also we put plus sign. So plus sign sigma 2 divided by 2 epsilon naught. Okay, now we will calculate the net electric field. Capital E is equal to E1 plus E2. So add these two terms. Sigma 1 divided by 2 epsilon naught plus sigma 2 divided by 2 epsilon naught. Okay, now we are applying the condition. What is the condition? Suppose if the charge densities are same, that is sigma 1 is equal to sigma 2, which is equal to sigma. Instead of sigma 1, sigma 2, we are simply put sigma only. So E is equal to sigma. Instead of sigma 1, we put sigma divided by 2 epsilon naught plus instead of sigma 2, we put sigma divided by 2 epsilon naught. So add these two terms, we get 2 sigma divided by 2 epsilon naught. The term 2 get cancelled, so the remaining is sigma divided by epsilon naught. So this is the electric field value. At what condition? If the charge densities are same, this is the electric field value. Okay, now we are considering the outside right region. On the right outside. Okay, now we take it here. So what is the electric field due to first sheet? So first sheet la positive charges irukku. அப்ப electric field எப்படி இருக்கும்? Should away from the charge. So E1 is equal to plus sigma 1 divided by 2 epsilon naught. Okay, next, what is the electric field value due to the second sheet? Second sheet la negative charge இருக்கு. அப்ப உங்களுக்கு இந்த பாயிண்ட்ல எப்படி இருக்கும்? radially inward. Negative charge அப்படினா electric field எப்படி இருக்கும்? radially inward. நாம இப்ப right side region மட்டும் தான் கன்சிடர் பண்ணிக்கிறோம். இதெல்லாம் விட்டுருங்க. சோ இது மட்டும் தான். அப்ப பாசிட்டிவ் சார்ஜ்னால எலக்ட்ரிக் ஃபீல்ட் வந்து உங்களுக்கு எப்படி இருக்கு? away from the charge. So the direction of electric field line is towards right. So here I put plus sign. Okay, next we will calculate the electric field due to second sheet, that is E2 is equal to, here the direction of electric field line பாருங்க towards left அப்படினா minus sign. So minus sigma 2 divided by 2 epsilon naught. Okay, what is the net value? E is equal to E1 plus E2, which is equal to sigma 1 divided by 2 epsilon naught minus sigma 2 divided by 2 epsilon naught. Okay, take this term outside. 1 divided by 2 epsilon naught sigma 1 minus sigma 2. Okay, now we are going to apply the condition. If the charge densities are same, what is the answer? Sigma minus sigma, which is equal to 0. So the whole term becomes 0. So on the right outside, the electric field value becomes 0. At what condition? If the charge densities are same, the electric field value is 0. Is it clear? Okay, now we will do another charge distribution. This is the third application. Now we will see the fourth application.
One 130, 130, 130, 32. 250 now.
Okay, next we will do another charge distribution, and the charge is distributed over a sphere. Okay, we will derive the formula for electric field due to a uniformly charged spherical shell. Spherical shell, or you can say it is a hollow sphere. Hollow sphere. Hollow means empty. Hollow means empty. This is the fourth application. So in this case, in this spherical shell, we cannot place the charges inside. It is a hollow sphere. Hollow means inside is empty. So in this spherical shell, we cannot place the charges inside. So why? Because there is no matter inside. So the charges are distributed only on the surface of the sphere. Right? Okay, first of all, you have to take a sphere. For example, if you are taking a football, inside of the football is empty, right? Suppose if you are taking a watermelon, it is a solid sphere. We keep the differences in mind, students. Now we are taking a hollow sphere, that is inside is empty. You have to take a sphere, that is hollow sphere, that is inside is empty. So the charges is distributed only on the surface of the sphere. Charges are distributed only on the surface of the sphere. Okay, in our previous class we discussed about there are three types of charge densities. One is a linear charge density, and a second one is a surface charge density, and the final one is a volume charge density. So in this case we are taking a spherical shell, so it has a surface. So now we are going to use the surface charge density, that is sigma is equal to Q by A. Okay. So this is our spherical shell. Suppose the radius of the spherical shell is capital R. Radius of the spherical shell is capital R. So in this the charges are distributed only on the surface of the sphere. So the total charge on the sphere is capital Q. Capital Q. Now we want to calculate the electric field at any location. For calculation purpose, we divide the location into three. First one is outside of the shell. Outside of the shell. If the point P is located at the outside of the shell, then what will be the electric field? In second case, point P is located at the surface of the cell. At the surface of the shell. Suppose if the point is located at the surface of the shell, then what will be the electric field? Okay, and the final one is, if the point is located inside the spherical shell, then what will be the electric field? That is inside of the shell. Inside of the shell. Okay, let us see one by one. Now we are taking the outside of the shell. Outside of the shell. Now we are considering a point. We consider a point at outside of the shell. So this is a point P. It's located at some distance. So let me say the distance is small r. So this is our spherical shell, and the radius of the spherical shell is capital R, that is outside of the shell. So இது வந்து scalar form. Vector form எடுத்தோம் அப்படினா E is equal to Q by epsilon naught 1 divided by 4 pi r squared into r cap. It is a unit vector. So outside of the shell electric field value என்னது? E is equal to Q by epsilon naught 1 divided by 4 pi r squared. Next we want to calculate the electric field at the surface of the shell.
I get a wow.
First என்ன பண்ணோம் அப்படினா outside of the shell ல electric field value எவ்வளவுன்னு calculate பண்ணனும். So next நம்ம எடுத்துக்கிற அந்த ஸ்பியர்லயே என்ன பண்ண போறோம் அப்படினா electric field இந்த surfaceலயே electric field value எவ்வளவுன்னு calculate பண்ணுவோம். Second case at the surface of the shell. So இதுதான் நம்மளுடைய hollow sphere. இதோட radius வந்து நமக்கு என்ன தெரியும்? capital R. First caseல என்ன பண்ணோம் அப்படினா outsideல ஒரு small r distanceல என்ன பண்றோம் ஒரு பாயிண்ட் லொகேட் பண்ணோம். outside of the shell electric field இந்த பாயிண்ட்ல calculate பண்ணோம். So இந்த கேஸ்ல இந்த distance அப்படியே குறைஞ்சிட்டே வந்து இந்த surfaceலயே இந்த surfaceலயே ஒரு பாயிண்ட் கன்சிடர் பண்றோம். அதுல electric field calculate பண்ணனும். அப்ப இந்த distance பாருங்க உங்களுக்கு எப்படி ஈக்குவல் ஆயிடும் இல்லையா? small r which is equal to capital R. Distance வந்து என்ன ஆயிடுது? ஈக்குவல் ஆயிடுது. So the last equation என்ன? E is equal to Q by epsilon naught 1 divided by 4 pi r square. So the distances are same. So instead of small r we put capital R. That is E is equal to Q by epsilon naught 1 divided by 4 pi r square. This is the electric field at the surface of the shell. So third case, inside of the shell. Inside of the shell. So this is our spherical shell. This is our spherical shell. So this is the radius of the spherical shell, that is capital R. So inside the spherical shell we consider a Gaussian surface and the imaginary surface என்ன பண்றோம் இந்த inside shell ஓட insideல consider பண்ணிக்கிறோம். So இப்ப இதோட radius என்ன அப்படினா small r. So இதோட radius வந்து small r. இதுல பாருங்க இந்த கண்டிஷன் என்ன அப்படினா small r is less than capital R. Small r வந்து எப்படி இருக்கு? capital R விட less than ஆ இருக்கு. ரொம்ப small value. So in this case the electric field inside the Gaussian surfaces என்ன சொல்றாங்க அப்படினா 0 ன்னு சொல்றாங்க. ஏன்னா there is no charge enclosed by the sphere. So இந்த கேஸ்ல வந்து electric field எப்படி 0 ஆகுது அப்படினா Gaussian and the Gaussல அப்ளை பண்ணலாம். EDA is equal to Q by epsilon naught இல்லையா? EDA is equal to, that is இது வந்து area of sphere, that is E 4 pi r square Q divided by epsilon naught. So inside the Gaussian surface, inside of the spherical shell the charge is 0. So there is no charge enclosed by the sphere. So இப்ப Q வந்து என்ன ஆகுது அப்படினா inside of the spherical shell Q value 0 அப்படினா இந்த whole term என்ன ஆயிடும் 0. So we want to calculate the electric field. So E becomes 0. Inside of the shell electric field value என்னது 0. So it is a very important concept, students. Suppose in a metal conductor which has got a charge. So inside the metal conductor the electric field value is 0. How can we say that? It is by Gauss theorem. So இது ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோங்க. இதுக்கு அப்புறம் வர எல்லா கான்செப்ட்டுக்கு கண்டக்டர்ஸ் பார்க்க போறோம். சோ அதுக்கு எல்லாமே வந்து இது வந்து அப்ளிகபிள் ஆகும். Thank you.